Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? This is Dorothy, and this is Dorothy's blog. This is where I come to tell my story every day, every week, or every other week. So today, I'm going to be having this discussion. This is actually the first time I'll be talking after some days. I'll be talking about my grieving period and what took me and what is still taking me, and just everything that happened during this period, and maybe possibly some things that I'm still going to be expecting in the future. So I'm going to be talking with Real Talk with Auntie Aduni today. We're going to be sharing our views on grief. How do we grieve and how do we manage grief? So come with me and let's learn together. Thank you.
So, you said you want to talk about grieving.
Yeah, I think it's that
You were
period.
trying to ask
I'll try
me
to
what grieving
ask you
is.
what it is. Okay, yeah. You tell us what grieving
So,
is.
to me, grieving is the ability, the strength, and the strength. Yeah, the strength is still courage, ability, the strength, and the timing in which. Sorry, the ability and inability of individual to accept the loss of a loved one, and this includes the timing, the strength which an individual applies to it. For some people, it doesn't mean they are not grieving, but they deal with it better. For some, they don't deal with it better. So I would say it is the ability and inability of people to accept the loss of a loved one. I don't know.
I would agree
That's-
with you to some extent. It's just that period that you lose someone and you want to come to terms with the fact that the person is gone and the person will never be seen again. You'll come to terms that it's also a time of regret, and especially if you've not spent time with the person. So the grieving will be different from the person that you see every day.
Sometimes it comes with guilt. Too.
Yes, it comes with guilt, which
Maybe
happened
where
to
you
me.
feel
Yeah.
you didn't do enough.
Yeah, which happened to me because
Or maybe if you have done something better or differently, they will still be alive.
yeah, it's happened to me because I felt like, oh yes, I've been talking about my child, I've been trying to see how to get out, but I feel like I didn't do enough. That was where the so that was where the
Where your own pain
height
came
of
from.
my grieving came from. The fact that I didn't really spend time with this child, the fact that I don't even know how she sounds when she talks, the fact that we didn't even talk like mother and child, those were the things that really, dealt with me. Like when I lost my parents, it wasn't as bad as this because at least I've spent enough time with them. I always talk to them every day. I sent money to them and I give to them.
Even if you spend time with them,
I'm just trying to
the pain will still
differentiate.
come.
If I had spent more time with my child, the pain would be there, but it won't be as it hit me this time.
It's the circumstances surrounding
The pain, the pain hit me in the set. I felt like, well, let's say I didn't do enough, but I felt like I had guilt. I have the guilt of if I had done this or if I had done that, maybe this would have happened or that would have happened. So that guilt in my own situation makes it different from yours and from most people, except people who have the same circumstance of grief like I do.
Yeah, that's why grieving
It's different.
You can't say it's the
Yeah.
same. Yeah.
You can't just
Circumstances
place your hands.
surrounding grief determines the loss.
If
I
somebody
agree
was
with you.
sick and the person passes, the grieving is different. If somebody was not sick, like somebody just said hi to you.
Did you listen to my friend that I called today who lost her husband and was telling me the husband nothing was wrong with the man and just like that, she said she's here to come out of the shop. That's June, July, August, September. It's 3 months down the road. She's even though it's still early, like I told her today, that it will stay with her for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So grieving is different. Just as, I mean,
No, I'll be
it
requesting
hits
for
you
no.
differently. So during your time of grief, can you recount how people spoke to you? Can you recount one or two things that really stood out for you? Some comments from people.
I think it's about our kind of people, where we are from, the way we know how to do things. Now I will handle it better, probably because I've gone past that stage of pain.
It's been years.
Yes, I've gone past that stage of pain. So now I will see it as that is just their way. They don't mean any harm, or they don't know any better. One thing I find out with our people is that they don't know how to really empathize and use the right word. Most times, oftentimes, they use the wrong word in empathizing with people. Like telling you to move on is one of those things.
Yeah.
Like telling you the person is in a better place. Those are painful words.
Yeah.
Another one is like telling you
What will be, will be.
what will be will be. It is just what it is. Those are, or some people telling you maybe on the last day you will meet together, the person has gone to pick. Oh no, those are things that really touch me in those days. But now, if anybody is saying it, you know, the journey has taught me to be more stronger and to accept people that is just what they know. You know, they will have said something better, but they don't know.
I would have said that
Sometimes-
if I didn't go through mine now.
Now,
I would have talked to you like that.
Like that,
Now
yeah.
I know.
Some people will just like I like now. Maybe I would have done it to people too at a point that I may not even know. But now, I would rather hold somebody's hand when I know they are grieving instead of saying something. I would rather say this, just hold your hand, and I'm not saying nothing. I would rather do that. I would rather hug them if possible. If there are people I can hug, I would rather give them just a rub on their shoulder, down, like than to talk.
People, yeah.
Yes, because there are some words that people spoke that were like daggers in those days. I don't know if you experienced it. So
Yeah.
I think that's one thing that our people may not know that they need to know. Most people do not know the right word to speak to grieving people.
Yeah. Yeah, I will agree with you. A lot of people don't know how to talk to people when they're grieving. And like I said, I would have done the same thing.
Another
but
thing,
I
do you
went
know
through
what?
it. Yes.
There is no right or even wrong
Way to talk.
that
Because
people, no
you're so
matter what
tense.
people say, it's not taking your grief away, it's not taking your pain away. The only thing is that saying the right word might just, make you know that people are there with you. Somebody holding your hand, somebody squeezing your hand, somebody coming to check up on you regularly, even if they don't have the time to come every week, giving you call, sending you message, sometimes even
Letting you know they're there.
feels better. So, but no matter what, this is your grief. It's nobody's grief. Unfortunately, that's what I tell people in grief. I said, nobody's feeling what you are feeling. And you can't tell them to feel what you are feeling. You are the one feeling what you are feeling. And people will just come. Like in my own case, I remember people were not really rushing into your house because this is America, where you don't have many visitors coming in. In my own time,
Still, it was a lot for me.
I know.
Because
during
I'm
my own
used to
time,
just being by myself.
yeah, people were coming, and you know what? When I see people eating at that time, I'll be like, they are eating. Why are they eating? When I'm not eating, I can't even eat. I can't even drink water. Water is like I'm drinking something bitter. Food is like I'm eating sand. And people are eating. How is the food going?
Even people laughing. You get
So
upset when you
when
laugh.
I see people eating, I just leave wherever they are. I go and lock myself up in my room because I feel I did not feel in my pain, but now I know better. They are not feeling it. They
They're not
cannot
trying to
feel
hurt
my
you,
pain. They cannot.
They're not hurting you.
I am the one in pain. They are not the one. So that knowledge will help whoever is grieving too, so that you don't get too bitter with people. It's actually affected me. I'm not going to lie. Where I think people are wicked for feeling the way they are feeling when I'm not in pain. But later I get to understand and I'm like, oh, so this is it. It's not supposed to be so, okay. I had to actually read a book on grieving, on a widow who grieved. That book really helped me to understand grieving and how it can affect your relationship with other people around you that you may not know. So by the time I was done with that book, unfortunately, I just want to just have my privacy. Yes.
Yeah, during this time, some people said certain things that really touched me. You know, some were so blunt. Like I remember somebody telling me, you didn't fight for her when she was alive. You didn't do enough. You did
Or
not
somebody
do it.
telling you maybe you were not fasting enough.
Yes, somebody said you didn't do enough. You know, you would have done this and go to jail. Yes, go to jail for it, and then you know you were saving.
Can you imagine?
Yes, somebody told me that. The other person said, "Oh, why are you crying like this? You know your daughter was already messed up. So if she had come back to you, she would have come back like a vegetable. So you prefer to accept a vegetable." And I was so upset, and I told her, even if she came back to me as a cripple, I'll take her back. Even if she came back to me as a deaf
She's your
child,
daughter.
I would take care of her. Even if she came back as, you know. So a lot of words come from people's mouth that kind of shock you. And this period made me to understand that not everybody feels what you feel.
No, it's not even everybody. They don't feel it. You are the
Not
one
everybody feels
feeling. You are the one that has suffered a loss, not them.
So when you're
So they
grieving,
can't feel what you're feeling.
So when you're grieving, to help yourself, just have a close ear. Just have a close ear, because me, I was listening to everybody and it affected me. You got to a point, you're going to stop. Because I was saying, look, did you hear this person said this? Did you hear
Okay,
that person said
this is what I said, that at a point it will make you start feeling, having problem with your relationship.
Everybody.
That's people. If you are not careful. That
Yeah.
was what I said, that I read a book that I was able to understand that if one is not careful during grieving, you can make people who still have good impact in your life. You can turn them to
You keep them
enemies.
out, yes.
Yes.
That's not good.
But fortunately, if one can just still retrace the step back after that, good. But honestly, sometimes relationship will seriously be destroyed in the process.
Yeah.
But one
You're
thing
not
we should be frank here with is nobody can tell anybody
How to
grieving. When they are grieving, their feelings can never be controlled, their emotions can never be controlled or manipulated, or they try to talk sense. No sense. They can never say any sense of what is going on. So don't think you want to talk sense for anybody.
Yeah, watch what you say to them.
Yeah, it's just
At that
people
time,
being careful of what they tell people
Yeah,
that are
watch what you
grieving.
say and try to put yourself in those people's position. Because, like I said, if I didn't go through this, maybe I've been careless talking to people who were grieving.
Maybe
But now I know, and I understand what it is. It's not a piece of cake. Seriously. My case, I did not even live with my child, and I'm grieving like this. What about those who lived with the children every day? The lady I was talking to this lady, she said her 21 years old just passed.
Oh, God. That's a sad
She said 21-year-old. She said, so she knows what I'm going through. But she lived with that girl in the house.
So it's different.
So it's different from me, who did not live with my child in the house. So it's all kinds of different shades and shapes of grieving. There's
Guilt will be there.
Yeah. There's no specific way to grieve. And there's no specific meaning to grieve, because a lot of people grieve differently. And you can't tell them what to do. You can't even lecture people on how to grieve. I know there are books that talks about grieving.
No, they actually do help.
Yeah, there are books.
Those books help.
They do help
helped
to
me.
some extent, but
This particular, I
At
can't
the
remember,
point,
but it was a widow's book.
I didn't
It
want to
really
read
helped
anything.
me. That's fine.
somebody was asking me, do you think you need therapy? I said, I don't need anything. I don't need
Reminding
anything. No, I know I need. I'm getting one. But then at that point, the way I was going, okay, maybe you should go and get therapy. I said, I don't need. I shouted at her, I don't need therapy. You know, but yeah. So we're just going to end this, and I'm bringing this up because of myself. You know, you all recently know what happened, and I appreciate everybody who rallied round to, you know, comfort me and talk to me. And please, I'm just begging you, if you see that I'm still grieving, just pardon me. It takes, some people takes longer time to
They have to
heal.
let you heal.
Yes, just let me believe.
Yeah.
You
They have
Don't act like, oh, she's doing too much. No, it takes, by the grace of God, I may be better sooner. And if it takes me more time, please bear with me, because grieving is not something you want to deal with.